Hey, hi, hello. My name is Chainlink and welcome to a new video. So, I'm sure as many of you guys know, Warner Brothers is a pretty big company, being popular for Batman, Scooby-Doo in DC, and of course Mortal Kombat, and even Harry Potter as of recent. So a pretty big company. Now in saying this, the company also comes with greed, which Warner Brothers is pretty much infamous for showing signs of. With the recent closure of 3 of their game studios, all of which had people working for them, it is very unfortunate. Now in saying this, they've also have a really bad track record with their games and their movies and shows. For example, the Batman Beyond movie that was supposed to be made by the same people who made the Spider-Verse movies. This was a huge letdown because I love Batman Beyond. And on top of it, there's also a Wile E. Coyote movie, which is a Looney Tunes movie that had amazing screenings, but unfortunately had to be cancelled due to quote-unquote not what they were looking for, as well as the Batgirl show that got cancelled after only 1 episode was officially made. Didn't even get the chance to show her true colors. Now, giving these examples, I bet you can tell that their other games may have a bad track record as well, and they do. These 3 games I'm talking about today show the unfortunate, sad, and real truth behind Warner Brothers and their games. The first video game I want to talk about is Gotham Knights. Now, Gotham Knights, when it first got revealed, already had an unfortunate letdown. It wasn't a part of the Arkham universe. And of course, many people took this very sparingly. Some people thought it would be a nice fresh breath of air from the regular Batman content, while some people decided that they're just not going to like it because it's not automatically connected. But alas, I played it and I hated it. It's not a bad game per se. There are some things that are good about it, like some of the costume designs and some of the voice acting, but the rest of it is kind of bad. The subpar graphics make the game not that great to play. It makes it feel like you're playing on a potato when you should be playing on a $500 console that I paid for, but besides that point, it's just kind of not great. The repetitive gameplay, which is a very redundant theme through all of these games I'm talking about today, is after you replay the main story, there's literally nothing else for you to play. You're merely just sitting there doing these dumb missions that make you feel like you were on copious amounts of fentanyl, and that's about it. The last thing that I do want to talk about besides forgettable side missions is the fact that there's a really weird crafting component that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, and is the first of its kind, which normally is a good thing, but ended up being a really bad thing for the way this game works. And another thing too that is kind of a main point in all these games is the microtransactions. Now, this is the start of said microtransactions, and this is kind of the worst of it, or I should say least of it, when it comes to games. And there is no other game in this series that has the worst microtransactions compared to MultiVersus. Now, I know this might be a pretty big thing for some of you because MultiVersus is a fan favorite. There is a good amount of people who like this game, me included, but there were a lot of things, mostly from Warner Brothers, that were holding it back. One of those being the fake shutdowns. So, at some point, Warner Brothers released the game to the public, and there was a threat of a fake shutdown, forcing people to have to batten down the hatches like they're in a damn hurricane, and trying to figure out whether they can spend any more money on the game without it being taken away. Now, of course, this ended up being not real, and the servers ended up being fine. But of course, the server also had the intense microtransactions, with the added bonus of not being able to play certain characters because they were locked behind a paywall. For example, if I wanted to play LeBron, I had to wait a couple days or even a week just to play LeBron. And if I get to play them and I realize that LeBron is my king and my sunshine, and that he is my new main, I have to buy him. I can't just continuously playing off the weak roster, unfortunately, which is very, very, very unfortunate. And this game is also full of unbalanced characters and bugs. Now, this game was trying to copy off the Super Smash Bros. And Nick Brawl Stars route by having a brawl type game with these big skill characters. Now, this also kind of shows that big characters does not mean a big game. This is highly, highly, highly unfortunate, but each to each their own. Now, one last thing that I do want to say is how every player got scammed of all of their microtransactions they got in this game due to it being one of the companies being shut down, being linked to multiverses. Therefore, the game will be shut down and every single thing you ever bought in this game will be going away. This game does not have local co-op because you have to have an account to play. Therefore, you cannot play this game after the shutdown. So anyway, wait, what the fuck? What is that noise? Oh, what the fuck?
Ow! Someone's definitely gonna have to get that fixed. But screw that. Where the heck am I? Oh! Hi, Link. Sorry about your ceiling, bud. I was definitely not overhearing your rant about Warner Brothers. Which reminds me, I have something I want to say to those nerds. 6 words. Suicide Squad. Kill the Justice League. Now listen, I'm a certified Rocksteady meat rider. I've been playing the Batman Arkham game since I was a wee little guy. But look at this and tell me it's not a disservice to the franchise. Anyone who has played the Arkham games and Kill the Justice League can tell you that this game ain't it. And that's for many reasons. The main one being its lackluster story. Kill the Justice League's story in retrospect actually sounds pretty heat. Brainiac invades Metropolis and takes the Justice League hostage by mind controlling them. And the Suicide Squad, better known as Task Force X in this case, get the job to kill him? Yeah, sounds pretty awesome, right? Wrong. The game's execution of its story was very lackluster, to say the very least. And not a lot of people really enjoyed the fact that our beloved Justice League were all getting killed before any one of them, besides Batman, gets a solo game. On top of that, it really makes me feel like Batman Arkham Knight's ending has no meaning. Don't get me wrong, I love Batman. But when you have a game that has such a beautiful ending to a great franchise, it really just puts dirt to it when you completely remove any of its significance by bringing him back in another game, only to kill him off again. Not even that. The way Batman is killed in Justice League is just a fat middle finger to Kevin Conroy. Harley Quinn pulling up with the pew-pew to a park bench and literally just shooting Batman in the head. Come on! Do better. And guess what? It wasn't even just Batman who met his fate like this. It was every single member. Green Lantern? Shot. The Flash, the fastest man alive? Shot. Superman, the man of frickin' steel? S-H-O-T. Shot. It's so incredibly sad to see everyone go out like this. But wait, is that a light at the end of the tunnel I see? Are the Justice League actually still alive? Yes, apparently. In later episodes, it's revealed that the real Justice League are actually still alive, and the ones were killed were just clones. Huh. Lovely way to make the game better, Rocksteady. Still feels weird, though. This is probably some bad corporate decision after all the backlash. And speaking of corporate decisions, don't even get me started on the damn microtransactions. There's a whole entire in-game store to buy costumes, characters, and, battle passes. Why does this game even need a damn battle pass? It doesn't. And back to the costumes. Pretty much every costume in this game comes with a hefty price. What happened to the old Rocksteady? That would give us all of our suits for pretty much nothing. And buying characters too? This just seems unethical. Yeah, technically you can just get them for free by grinding the game, which I've had the lovely pleasure of doing. But every mission in that game is so incredibly repetitive and it literally takes hours. But still, it's like that John took hours. It should not take hours to play as the damn Twinkler. Regardless, this game was straight doo-doo. I played it for a while and I actually kind of enjoyed it, but it has little to no replayability, which is another issue. So I deleted it altogether. Anyway, I think I'm kind of overextending my stay here, so I'll just see myself out. Thanks for listening to my TED Talk and letting me intrude into your video, Link. Bye!
Oh, okay. Well, thanks, I guess. Well, okay. Yeah, so Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League is not a good game. All the points that Dylan said is absolutely true, all the way down to the pure twink Joker. not great at all. I have also had the misfortune of playing this game, and I have my own opinions on it as well. Everything that Dylan said, like I said before, is completely true, but my tidbit comes from the fact that this is connected to the Arkham universe. Not only is it a huge, like Dylan said, middle finger to Kevin Conroy, but to the Arkham universe as a whole. Most people do not know this who are playing the mainstream games, but there is a completely different comic book line connected to this game that shows side characters that were in the Arkham universe before. And a lot of these show that they're either dead or never to be heard from again. And a lot of these characters are very, very good characters. People like Mad Hatter and even Bane. And it's highly unfortunate that it ends up being this way, due to what I said, having an amazing character. And not to mention, not only does it give a huge middle finger to the Arkham Knight ending, it also just completely scraps everything. It was practically for nothing for scrapping the Arkham Knight ending after they found out that they were all clones? For what purpose? There was no purpose. Just so that they can fix your little oopsie that they made. Which is just not good at all, to be honest. Now, all this being said, I do want to have a serious talk about how every single one of these companies, the 3 companies that got shut down, all of these guys have jobs. And these jobs have been compromised now due to the fact that Warner Brothers closed the studios. And I hope that any animator, director, game developer, or anyone else in between these gets a job after said thing. Now, one of these jobs that was, the company's job to do was make a new game, which was the Wonder Woman game, that we will no longer be getting. It has officially been canceled. And according to Warner Brothers, it was a quote-unquote guided decision to be able to, reward the company in the way they wanted to be rewarded. And I am very disappointed because I, as long as many others, have been waiting for a Wonder Woman game, or any DC game for that matter, besides Batman. Even though, yes, I love Batman, we need more substance. But according to Rocksteady, they will not be making a Superman game because they, quote-unquote, hate Superman. So we are not getting any one of those. But as much as I hate that, there's really nothing we can do except wait and pray that hopefully we will find something like that. Anyways, I hope I can bring you guys some awesome entertainment. Please like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll catch you on the other side of the fence. Later.